podcast. My name is Andy Robertson. I'm joined by Mauricio Beltran Hernandez, who has won an Emmy, and Spencer Griffin. Spencer, you and I hopped on Rocket League for a few games the other day, and we told the guys at the end of that last game to check out Moss Sports. So if you're here, welcome. If not, what a save.
Did we win this one? I can't remember.
I think so, because it was the overtime one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, sorry, guys.
Yeah, so they probably didn't. And that was the one I was being super annoying in, saying goal after every goal, no matter who scored. I was thinking, Mo, you're going to have to hop on Rocket League with us sometime.
Yeah.
Rocket League?
Yeah.
That's the one with the cars?
Yeah. Oh, we'll be in like...
Even though, he has like Xbox and stuff?
You would...
What?
Wait, what?
Spencer? Because doesn't one of you have a PlayStation, the other one has an Xbox?
No, I mean, it's crossplay. You can play on whatever.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. I feel like you would be good at it, too, because, if you can drive... Because you drive in, Grand Theft Auto, so you could probably be fine.
We should play Grand Theft Auto together.
Yeah. I don't know why, but when you said Mauricio drives in Grand Theft Auto, I was thinking you were calling Houston Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, no. I mean...
Also, I totally should have introduced you as White Troy Polamalu.
Oh, is it like that right now?
Yeah.
Your hair is bigger than it usually is.
It's a shampoo.
Oh, okay.
My wife's got me on a new shampoo. I'm actually loving it. So.
Definitely.
I got you. Well, I guess before we lose any listeners, I guess we should get into the sports talk. I had 2 days off from work this week, so I kind of shut out from the world. Just kind of stuck to myself. So I don't really know what went on in the NBA.
What's it called? They decided not to hire that guy as the coach, right? They just went with the system.
That's right. They went with Jacques Vaughn.
Yeah, and they won the first game with Jacques Vaughn too.
Yeah, I saw something earlier that Kyrie Irving, the Nets are gelling pretty well without Kyrie Irving, so which kind of makes sense because he's,
Yeah, he's pretty ISO heavy.
Yeah,
and non-defensive. Yeah, I could see that, but at the same time, I mean, he is a good ball player, regardless of what you think about his thoughts.
Yeah.
It's just, will he work in kind of a teammate type system like that? I don't know. It still obviously remains to be seen. So we talk about struggling teams too, and then the Lakers are still just really looking horrible, so bad to where they may accidentally give the Pelicans Victor Wembanyama. So it's crazy.
Make it happen.
I would love it. That would be amazing.
I think it's time to just sell the team back to Minnesota.
Okay, well,
and you start from scratch. You start from scratch. New franchise, new team, new team logo, new team mascot, everything. It's
it is super unprecedented, how you could go from a championship team to the bottom of the league just like that. It's wild.
Because, remember the early 2000s when they were winning those titles with Kobe and Shaq and all that, right?
Yeah.
And then it kind of took some time to go downhill. Then kind of pick back up a little bit and then downhill. But right now it's just I don't know, just it does. It's just 1 year to the next. It's just they just crash really quick. Just
Yeah, I think you can blame a lot of that too on the front office. You could, obviously we talk about LeBron constructing the team, but clearly the front office has the last say. So Rob Pelinka, and then behind the scenes, the Rambus people are pulling some strings. So they could have put together a much better roster that had way better shooting than what they did. Rather than going to Westbrook, they could have had somebody, people like Buddy Hield, Miles Turner. They could have kept Caruso instead of THT.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, there's just so many moves that they made that were just super backward. So it's kind of hard to get out from under those two because not a whole lot of people are in the market for guys like Westbrook and AD, and it's just they're kind of stuck, and they don't have draft picks to really make up for it in the next few years. So I don't really know what they're gonna.
I
So
saw a trade the other day with sending AD to the Bulls for I want to say it was Levine, but I
Is it
was just
straight up?
yeah, but it was one of those like not even a fan site, like it was some stupid like
Yeah.
I don't know, something I would never take any stock in.
Yeah, I think obviously they would have to add something.
why don't they start dismantling it right now and just like trade LeBron and all these other guys away for picks?
Hey, I don't disagree. I
Just trade
think
them away. Just
I really thought they should have started doing that last year because LeBron's getting older. I know he's still good, but LeBron's getting older, and I feel like if you like if somebody were to take him right now and still give you a lot for him, and you could get younger, why not do it? I mean,
get
you got to think of what they had too. They had Kentavious Caldwell Pope, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram. All these guys are playing lights out right now, and they just have to watch from afar.
should trade them to the Bucks.
It's because they got impatient and wanted to go with star power instead of wait for some of those guys to develop.
That's not the game right now, though.
No, but also when you brought that up earlier about just the front office and LeBron, I started thinking like, how many coaches has LeBron been through in his career?
Oh gosh,
Because he started out with Mike Brown in Cleveland, and then I guess he had Mike Brown throughout his Cleveland run, and then it was
he had Ty Lue,
Spoelstra, Ty Lue at one point. I mean, we don't have to go through all of them, but it's just like one of those things where because I looked up that 1920 roster for the Lakers where they won the championship, and Frank Vogel was their coach, and
the 1920. Oh, 19.
the
I see what you're saying.
yeah the and so
And then they
there's
had
just-
Luke Walton at one point. Yeah, he has been through a lot, but at the same time, a lot of it is him pressuring these
Right.
coaches to quit. And let us not forget about the guy from Israel.
yeah,
Blatt
I forgot what his name is. Oh,
is
yeah,
Blatt.
that's right. Yeah,
Oh man, I forgot about him.
yeah.
It sucks because I feel like he got an unfair shake. I think he was probably going to be a pretty good coach. He just didn't get a fair shake at it. Kind of like there was a guy that coached for the Suns, Igor.
Yeah, I remember him too.
But I feel like it was kind of the same situation when you have a roster that's built with like Tyler Eulis and Josh Jackson. Like it's not going to happen.
Well, and like the opposite effect of that, like you see what the Celtics are doing right now with their interim coach.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I was thinking earlier, and this may be a completely bad basketball take, but I feel like if you have star players, like good players, it doesn't matter who the coach is, really. I mean, to a certain extent, not like fully, but
I think it depends on the situation. Like you brought up the Celtics. I would agree with that case because they have been together and all of those guys have been playing together for years and even made, a championship run, a run to the finals. And so they've been together. They're used to playing with each other. They've already, they've got the chemistry, everything like that. So the coach doesn't really matter. They're still kind of implementing the same system. But then you go to a team like, say, the Nets, and those guys haven't played together for that long, if at all, because it's hard to get them all on the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
That's when coaching definitely has a huge impact. You saw it with Steve Nash, even though it wasn't really his fault because they weren't running his plays. Obviously, it has a much bigger impact for guys that haven't had the chance to gel together than with guys that have been playing for years. So, like, if you were to take, say, the 2000s teams with Duncan and Parker and Ginobili, and as much as I love Pop, if you were to take him out of the equation, put an interim in there for a couple weeks, I bet they would still do the same. And we actually saw a similar situation when and it ended up landing him a job later on when Steve Kerr was having back issues years ago.
Luke Walton.
And Luke Walton stepped in, and it landed him a big payday as a head coach when really he didn't do nothing because the guys were used to playing. So they just, kept on keeping on.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was kind of saying with the Luke Walton situation, with those other situations, because I was also thinking, like, and he's kind of proven this after the fact, but like the 2010s Heat with Wade, Bosh, and LeBron, like Eric Spoelstra was claimed to be like one of the best coaches in the NBA. And I always thought, well, of course he's going to win games. Of course he's going to win with those guys on the team. And he's since like shown that he's a capable coach. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like in basketball, you can kind of get away with not having a great coach, at least at the NBA level.
It is. Yeah, go ahead, Mo.
Oh, and I was just gonna say, it kind of makes sense because I've always thought about it, it's like, as a basketball coach, what can you really do during the game? Because like you can prep. It's not like football where you drop a play and they line up and they play. It's just like you could say like, hey, let's do kind of this, but then once you're actually in the court, I feel like they're just randomly running around, trying to get open or something. I don't know. And just it doesn't seem like as a coach there's really strategy to it. It's just like
there's definitely a lot more to it than that.
Okay, this guy goes here, this guy goes here, and
they do drop plays though.
Let's pass the ball. Let's see what happens.
There's obviously X's and O's, but then there's also like in-game adjustments when who to have on the floor, the matchups, the amount of pick and rolls called, things like that. There's a lot going on.
That's all theoretical in the actual court.
What are you talking about? No, it's all real time.
No, like it's like Pau Gasol, like he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna check this guy. Bam.
But no. I think also too, though, if there weren't coaching, you'd see what happens in like these recreation centers where dudes just go out and try and ball out by themselves when they have a team of other dudes.
Yeah, if you have no threat of getting benched.
Is that not what was the super team with the LeBron and the Miami Heat?
What? No.
When there was Chris Bosh and D-Wade, wasn't there just the three of them running out there and just like putting it together?
Those dudes weren't on the court the whole time, though.
Yeah.
Because think about it, all the basketball coaches you've seen, like you really have to question, like, how can this guy be a basketball coach? Especially in the old Big East. You remember all those Italian coaches?
Rotations are critical. You got to know which players to have on the court in which situations and how long and which matchups to exploit. It's not just them going out there running around.
It's like you need 3 guys that can dunk the ball and 2 guys that can shoot 3-pointers. That's all you need. Hey, let's get out there. Whoever's open, shoot it, and let's go.
I want to see you, coach.
Yeah.
So, Mo, at the end of a game, would you rather have Ben Simmons on the floor when you're trailing by 3 points, or would you rather have Seth Curry?
Steph Curry.
No, not Steph. Seth.
Oh, Seth.
This shouldn't be this hard of an answer.
Yeah, he's fired already.
Yeah.
Whoever can shoot whoever. No, you know what? I always trust the dunk. So.
But you're down by 3.
Let's see. Okay. We go in for a dunk.
You always trust the dunk.
Yeah, he's
but then like I'll tell him to be like kind of miss it and make the ball fly away. Like it bounces like way back and then some random guy in the back will catch it and go for 3. It's like psh.
Then why? Okay.
Mo's trying to be a physics teacher over here.
Coach basketball during an actual game,
You can.
I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of improvisation on the floor, but
yeah, the
probably
players
not,
have to execute, but
not to the extent that you're saying.
Like football, when football, because there's actually more, you can actually influence the game as a coach. You can set up formations and blocks and all this other stuff, But basketball is just too fluent. It's like soccer. Like that's another sport. Like you don't really need a coach for soccer. Every time I see soccer, it's just like we're just running around. We have positions. I remember we had positions and roles and stuff, but we never did. We just ran around and tried to score the ball.
Maybe that's why y'all
sucks. Which team?
Any of the teams you were on, clearly.
Well, I stopped in middle school. That's where I stopped.
Oh, we're gauging this off a middle school experience.
Elementary to middle school.
Okay. Yeah.
Part of it in California, so it's real.
That's middle school in California is high school level here.
Yeah. because over here especially in Cabot, it wasn't even like it was like an after school sport. It wasn't even like something you could sign up for like during school. It was like
Oh, for sure. I remember. Yeah,
after school.
we had some transfers from Houston actually in our high school, and they were like miles ahead of us, and we were like, okay, well,
Because
we
you
don't
play
know.
soccer, right?
Yeah,
What the heck? Now,
So-
if you think about it, you should have like stuck to football or basketball. 'Cause I could have seen you. You could have been like, I don't know, somewhere around. You could have been like in China playing basketball.
nah, I'm
Yeah,
good.
dude.
I don't like structure.
Structure.
Yeah, I didn't like the organized ball.
Spencer,
Mm.
this is so weird.
That is true. That is true. Because like, I think that's what pushed me away from like football. Because it was like all the structure and all the unnecessary stuff that I didn't feel have to do with
Yeah,
football a lot of times. It's like,
to be too serious. I just want to have fun out there.
yeah, I think that's the was.
Yeah.
It got too serious at some point, and then you had all the screaming and all the anger
Mhm.
and resentment.
That's
Like,
why I
steroids.
quit playing sports too.
Like, we're kids, dog. It's not that serious.
Crazy. How did
Well,
we get here, Spencer?
So you guys been? I'm assuming not, but have you guys been paying attention to any college basketball?
Oh,
Oh,
Gonzaga barely won.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Jeez.
there's been a lot of mid-major upsets already, like super early in the season.
I saw St. Peter's lost, so we're probably not going to see another run by the Peacocks
No, you do not.
because
You
they got
definitely
destroyed in that game. I think.
Well,
Yeah, Louisville may be the worst D1 team this season.
Oh yeah, but they lost to that team that should have been in the tournament last year, remember?
Well, they also lost another one recently. So,
Who did they lose?
Andy, do you mind looking that up real quick?
They lost to that D2 school that was transitioning.
That was that was an exhibition game. They lost to a D2.
Well,
But I mean, it doesn't matter how good the D2 school is. If you lose to a D2 school, you're Louisville. Like, there's no reason that you should be losing to them.
it's true that one definitely dropped.
But yeah, then they also lost two more after that, and I saw where TCU was ranked like 16, and UAPB took them down, lost by 1 point to them. And then UAPB also might be kind of good though, because they gave Oklahoma a run for their money.
Yeah, they've been playing good.
Mm-hmm. That'll be interesting.
Lenore Ryan.
Yeah, that was a D2 school, I think.
Yeah, exhibition. Then Bellarmine got him. A Sun School.
Yep.
Wright State.
That's right. That's the one I was talking about was Wright State. Mo was talking about Bellarmine that should have been in the tournament.
Oh yeah, both 1 point losses though.
The Bellarmine is not eligible for NCAA tournament until 2025.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
I didn't know it was that long. Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Longer than football, I think.
That sucks.
Especially because they're really good.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then you got Arkansas. Of course, they started out a little bit slow in their first game. They seem to have bounced back. They don't have a whole lot of shooting right now. Hopefully, they can get Nick Smith healthy and on the floor.
Well,
they need some offense.
Well, what's up? They lost really bad in that exhibition to Texas.
Oh yeah, they lost by 30 to them. I heard that. I don't know. I heard a couple of things on that. The main thing I heard was that Arkansas played like a pretty deep rotation and treated it as like a true exhibition game to like test out their young players to kind of see what they got and stuff, while Texas stuck with the 7-man rotation like they would in the regular season.
I don't know, man. This basketball team is giving me
What, Arkansas or Texas?
Arkansas.
Texas will be good, but though, like that's not a. I mean, I know it's a 30-point loss, but Texas is good.
Arkansas just is young. They have a lot of young dudes on their team.
And we've seen it from Muss before. Like Muss teams typically take a little while to gel, but they seem to do it at the right time. They start off a bit slow, but because he's always bringing in new guys and transfers and things like that, it does take a little bit for his teams to gel. But I think I think they'll be good defensively. They look really good already, which is pretty crazy.
Did you say sawed off?
Huh?
Did you say sawed off?
To what?
I don't know. Maybe you said started off.
Yeah.
I heard sawed off. I was like, oh, well, that's a little rude. Okay. Never mind. Back to the regularly scheduled programming.
But
Is Arkansas playing a basketball game in North Little Rock this year, or
yeah, I was supposed to go to it, but we ended up canceling.
who are they playing? Is it Asheville or?
That I don't know.
I can try and look it up real quick.
So it's like what's the bet? 'Cause it seems like every year they lose the North Little Rock game.
You said every year they lose it?
Pretty much every year they go. Every year the North Little Rock game they lose it for some. Last year they lost to Hofstra.
It does seem, yeah. I don't know what it is about that environment, like football and basketball.
They play Bradley, Missouri Valley School, so and that is December 17th. So
theoretically they should beat them, but we'll see.
yeah. Yep.
That's all I got on the college basketball.
On the college hoops. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see anything else. I don't see anything else that's intriguing on CBS Sports for college basketball.
But we do got the college football.
Yep.
The continuous explosion of the racetracks.
Yeah, sadly.
Jesus, guys.
Mo, was it you that compared it to the Bielema era?
Yeah, that's what I've been telling my brother. Like, it just seems like it's like Pittman is literally going in the Brett Bielema like route. It's just like it starts bad. We go up, we reach this pinnacle of 9 or 10 wins, and then it just like it explodes and just like whoosh, just like it's like you're full of hope, and all of a sudden it's just exploding. You know, like God.
Fair enough.
And like
But
I was like yesterday, I was like if I was the athletic director, I would have fired him yesterday.
I don't know about that.
I would have been done, bro. I would have been like, hey, let's swallow our pride. I'm gonna call Hugh Freeze and be like, hey, brother, you get down here. I don't care what you did at Ole Miss. God forgives, I forgive. Let's get this going.
I think too many people forget that Arkansas football, like, they've been in the mud. Like Chad Morris, we're talking John L. Smith era stuff. Like, they've been real bad. So even though like this year didn't end up how we hoped it would, I think still like you got to really temper your expectations because we could be a lot worse.
Yeah, dude, but like it's like it seems like basically out of 5 years, 5 years, one of those years we're getting a bowl game out of every 5 years. And I'm like, if we were getting 4 bowl games out of every those 5 years, and then that other season we were losing, we like had a losing season, I would be okay. But like when it's like one bowl game out of every 5 years, I'm like it can be like that, you know.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's just like we shouldn't be like in the bottom with Missouri and Vanderbilt, you know. I think we're better than that.
Include A&M in the bottom of that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that thing's dumpster fire.
Yeah. Also, Vanderbilt won an SEC game yesterday, so I think you need to put some respect on their name. They beat Kentucky.
That Notre Dame guy that took over there, it's like,
oh yeah, Will Levis.
He's got something going because like the other guy couldn't like save
Oh,
himself.
you beat Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I think he was the defensive coordinator or something like at Notre Dame or something like last year, the year before. So Vanderbilt, and then what was it? Oh, Mississippi State freaking got their ass kicked by Georgia.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. And unfortunately, Ole Miss couldn't pull it out against Alabama. I was hoping they would, but they couldn't do it.
They had that game, dude. They had that game. Lane Kiffin and his dog. He he didn't concentrate so much on the dog, they would have beat Alabama.
So, who's ranking Notre Dame these days? Because they had that win last week over Clemson. They got 20th, and then they barely beat a 3-win Navy yesterday.
Yeah, Notre Dame's not good, but
so why do they keep getting ranked then?
Because nobody's good.
No.
And I'm not kidding. It feels like nobody's good this year.
Yeah.
I think the only reason Ohio State's still in the field is because they play that crappy schedule every year.
Yeah. They'll obviously have to play Michigan, but
that's it.
Yeah, go Big Blue.
That's all.
Every year, that's the only big game, and then most years Michigan sucks, so it doesn't even count.
Michigan's my team.
I knew it, Eddie. You're in the what's that? Harborough?
Yeah.
Ann Arbor?
Is it John or no? It's Jim.
Jim?
Wait.
Spencer doesn't know his own coach.
It's Jim. It's Jim at Michigan.
No, Jim is at the Ravens, right?
Ah, crap. I don't know.
John is at the Ravens.
That's what I thought. Mauricio had me second guessing.
Come on. Come on now.
When I turned the game off, Notre Dame was kicking Navy, and the Navy came back. I guess. Damn, what the heck?
That's what I saw too, because I wasn't watching it, but I quit paying attention whenever I saw like Notre Dame got up big, and Navy is not a team that like comes back on people because it's not like they throw the ball. So, it's weird.
And it's a really bad Navy team. It's like 3-7.
Ooh, Washington beat Oregon.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up the Pac-12 just cannibalizing themselves because there was that, and then Arizona beat UCLA, so that caused game day. Game day was probably gonna go.
They're going to Montana now.
Yeah, but they're going to Montana, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Supposed to be like 4 degrees.
Yeah, some FCS action. See Pat McAfee go insane and.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't watch game day, but I guess I pay attention to where they go.
I don't either. I guess I turned it on for a couple minutes yesterday because I was home alone with Hezekiah yesterday for a little bit, and I turned it on so we could like chill out for a second. And oh shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, it wasn't very like crazy or anything. Oh, I remember. I was sitting there thinking like, so Lee Corso just goes around to do the mascot head now. Just like, why don't you get this man on Zoom?
Yeah, he should probably call it a day on that. But
because he's missed a couple weeks already.
Mm-hmm.
He's been out a couple weeks already in a row. So and they haven't really said what's wrong with him. They say he hasn't been feeling well. So people are speculating already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also I was going to point out, you guys were talking about the collapse of the Razorbacks. They were down to a third string quarterback yesterday and almost beat LSU.
Yeah, that's true. That second string guy Hornsby cannot throw the ball, and it is not fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like, you would think they would have like a somewhat solid backup quarterback in place for these kind of situations, especially when this guy keeps getting hurt.
Yeah.
But like we have Hornsby, who's definitely not a quarterback, and then we have this random white guy from South Florida.
Yeah.
Just there for some reason. I don't know. Like I don't know, man.
He looked pretty good in his the little time he got.
I don't trust him.
Well, if Arkansas's offensive line was better.
Yeah.
How many sacks did LSU get yesterday? It was like 6 at some point.
Arkansas is 7.
Yeah. It's all from that guy, dude. That linebacker, number 40 LSU's got, dude.
Yeah, he's a freshman, too.
Yeah, and
he's scary.
He's like, you know how the Hornsby guy's like a track guy or whatever, and like Olympic track speed, and that guy was just like chasing him down like nobody's business, and I was like, oh crap.
That dude could end up being like a number 1 pick.
It's like young Sean Merriman.
Young Sean Merriman.
Lights out. Or an LT from the 80s.
I guess if you guys are interested in the AP poll, TCU didn't move, which is kind of surprising, I guess, a little bit. Maybe not, because Tennessee played a bad Missouri. Because they only won by a touchdown over Texas.
Oh, you thought they would drop?
No, I mean, I don't know. I guess just considering that, I mean, I don't know. I guess I was thinking Tennessee played a better team than Missouri yesterday. So.
And I don't know. I think Ohio State should drop to 4 because they keep playing all these crappy Big Ten teams.
Well, you can only play who's in front of you, though.
Alabama moved up to 8.
Oh, boo. I'm sure.
But they're eliminated from SEC championship competition, though, so that's a good thing.
Oh, yeah, they're done. Georgia clinched yesterday the East, and LSU clinched the East yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think that Georgia LSU game is going to be particularly close.
Nah, it's going to be a blowout, dude. That
LSU. Yeah. Who's North Carolina going to send to the NFL and fake out a bunch of scouts?
Right.
At quarterback.
Their receiver, I know, Downs. That's the weirdest one-loss team ever.
Who?
North Carolina.
They don't have one. They only have one loss.
Yeah, they're like 8-1.
Jesus.
They played
all the
Clemson
games
yet?
Are close. No, I don't know. I can't remember.
They haven't played Clemson. They're not gonna. No.
They're in opposite divisions, no?
They play Clemson the last week of the season.
Oh.
The Rams suck.
Good.
I mean, dude, we brought up a good question. So the Cardinals look quite different today. They didn't have Kyler Murray. So is it a Kyler Murray issue with them, or is it a Cliff Kingsbury issue?
I had no idea Kyler Murray didn't play today.
Yeah, Colt McCoy should play.
Oh, okay.
It might be Kyler, dude.
I wasn't thinking that it was until after they played so well today.
Yeah, definitely looked better without him.
Well,
yeah, I agree.
Whole different team.
I don't know. I mean, I get skeptical about those things because I could see where if it's Kings, like I could see, like you look at the Bears situation, Justin Fields, like they finally figured out how to use Justin Fields and he's been killing it. So is Kingsbury not using Kyler Murray correctly anymore?
I mean, Murray's been running all over the place. I don't know if there's another way you can really use him.
Yeah, I don't know. I was spitballing there. I mean, it's very much possible that it is Kyler Murray. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously, I don't think that Colt McCoy is the answer, but when he comes in and looks better than Kyler Murray did, it may say something.
Yeah, we lost Mo.
Yeah, figures.
But I mean, the Rams just haven't been good all year, though. So
no, and I don't think that situation will get much better.
No, but they were without Stafford today too.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Can't imagine there were too many eyes on that game.
I'm just kind of shocked that Cooper Kupp hasn't put up the wide receiver 1 numbers at all, like this year. Not 1 week. I don't think he's been leading in yards.
I think that's probably because he's the only receiver the Rams have now. Because they haven't been using Allen Robinson, and then Van Jefferson hasn't been doing anything either.
They got Higbee, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a good point.
But, I mean, when Cooper Kupp's the only guy they're throwing to these days, then it's going to be... Which that was, like, going on in the very first game of the season.
Yeah. And then...
Yeah, they need to move back to St. Louis.
He thinks every team should move.
Let's go Battle Hawks.
And then we've got to talk about what they're going to call the game of the year with the Bills and the Vikings. That was some crazy stuff with some insane catches. And then I thought the game was over, dude. So
Yeah.
the Vikings got stopped on the one. I was like, all right, well, I can probably turn it off, but I'll see what happens. And then
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole game. I just saw the ending of it because it was the Chiefs game was over. But yeah, that was a crazy sequence where I think the Vikings had like first and goal from the 2 or 3, something like that. It was pretty close, and didn't get it on the first 3 plays. Kirk Cousins took it up the middle and he fell short. And then the Bills took over. It looked like Bills were going to win, and then Josh Allen fumbled the snap. And the Vikings recovered in the end zone, got the touchdown. 27, was it 27-20?
I guess 27-30 at that point.
27-30, yeah, you're right. And then Bills go down and with like 30-something seconds, kick a field goal, tie the game, and then goes overtime.
Yeah, God.
Crazy.
That was, and then like, did you see the catch from? Well, Diggs had a really good catch as well.
Gabe Davis.
No, they did. Yeah, the refs did screw the Vikings over on the Gabe Davis catch, but no, I was talking about the. I think it was fourth quarter. Justin Jefferson catch. It was that contested catch with him and the defensive back, and he wrestled away with like one arm. It was crazy.
No, I guess I missed that one.
You have to go back and look at it. It like may have been one of the most impressive catches I've ever seen, just because like one-handed catches are obviously always super impressive, but this one was, he had to fight. The defender had 2 hands on the ball. He had one hand. He had to wrestle it away from without hitting the ground. It was just it was bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. I think I just saw something that Josh Allen is leading the NFL in receptions right now.
Mm-hmm. He got like 10 or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to take this opportunity to tell all the Bills fans that Josh Allen is not better than Patrick Mahomes. Okay.
It's
I see it all the time on social media. It's Kirk Cousins.
Is Kirk Cousins the greatest quarterback of all time now?
Yeah, shirtless Kirk Cousins on the plane. Yeah,
with the eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
I hope he does it again.
Yeah.
I think as long as he doesn't play a primetime game, he's good.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's his kryptonite.
I forgot what the meme was about the Kirk Cousins at Kohl's versus Kirk Cousins. I forget what it was, but it was funny. after the plane thing came out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. There was something I was going to bring up, but I forgot. My brain's just not working right.
Was it the Cowboys and Green Bay?
No, I mean, I know we were going to get to that eventually because Cowboys blew a 14-point lead at the end of that game and lost in overtime.
They went for it on 4th down instead of kicking a field goal.
Is that not the most Cowboy thing to do?
That's what I was thinking too.
Like the worst Green Bay Packer team of all time.
I don't know about of all time, but
yeah, dude. Name another bad Green Bay team.
I'm just saying,
they're not great.
If Cooper Rush was playing, I think that game would have went a bit different.
Probably.
No, you guys are crazy. I don't buy into that.
I don't know why, but I feel like Andy could be a Green Bay Packers fan.
He is.
I'm not a Packers fan.
But you seem like you would. Like, if I put you in Lambeau Field, like, you would fit in perfectly.
Dude, he is like the main member of the Lambeau Leap Squad. You always see him back there just like, oh, leap on me.
Nah. I don't know where this came from because I was defending Dak Prescott earlier this year when you guys thought Cooper Rush should be the starting quarterback.
It should be.
Yeah, I stand by that.
No, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
Go put Cooper Rush on another team and see how he does.
Well, that's another team. We're talking about this team.
This Cowboys team.
Yeah. They'll just run the ball and throw the ball like 4 times a game, and then teams will stuff the run, and then you guys will be like, "Oh, well, Dak Prescott should be starting." Yeah, it happened. It would happen.
You know what we also forgot?
Oh, we're getting to it.
What?
Jeff Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn Jeff Saturday, he won.
Oh, McDaniel's got to be fired, right?
I saw on Twitter that Mark Davis walked into the Raiders locker room after the game, so
probably to get a haircut because that's where they keep all the
players. he just puts a helmet on and they just snip right on the helmet line.
That's what it was for.
Dude, like, why do they keep hiring McDaniels and that other guy, the Patricia guy, like every single other year? You
right?
know, like,
right.
Like, what do you expect that like it's gonna be different this year? Like, you know, like.
Well, what's funny is Josh McDaniels turned down the Colts job, and so that's how Frank Reich got there.
Oh yeah.
And then because McDaniels agreed to be the coach of the Colts, and then he backed out like the next day. And then Frank Reich was hired, and then the Colts fire Frank Reich last week, and then bring in Jeff Saturday this week. And Jeff Saturday has 0 head coaching experience. So
yeah, and his play callers didn't either.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which goes to show you, Mo, that it is harder to coach in the NFL than it is in the NBA. I mean, wait, no, the other way around.
You see?
Got tripped up.
Yeah.
Trip yourself up.
Well, I'm glad that the Raiders lost, and I hope Josh McDaniels stays the coach of the Raiders for the foreseeable future.
Oh, I'm sure. How are they so bad? Like, because Carr was having a career year last year, and then you add Devontae Adams and keep everybody else pretty much the same?
Because that stuff that dude from the Broncos said about McDaniels might be true.
Wait, what happened?
This dude from the Broncos, Mike, that played under McDaniels, or that played on McDaniels' coach team and then played on the Super Bowl teams for the Broncos, like came out on Twitter and was saying like how terrible of a person Josh McDaniels was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like saying stuff like the coaching staff hated being around him and all this other stuff. Yeah, it was crazy.
I may have to look at that.
Yeah.
This is kind of the same thing about the Patricia guy in Detroit.
Yeah.
Like he had a terrible attitude and hard to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably why all these Patriot coaches go elsewhere and just suck. Because they have horrible personalities.
Yeah, you can even look at like Bill O'Brien going to Alabama, and their offenses looked worse.
Yeah, they should keep him around too.
Right.
I guess it's from hanging out with Bill Belichick all the time.
That's what I was wondering.
It probably gets to you, you know?
Yeah, probably so. Because, you know. Did you guys see that play in the the Buccaneers Seahawks game?
Yeah.
With Tom Brady was split out left and Leonard Fournette was throwing a pass.
Bro, so and they had their best cornerback on him, and he still threw it.
Yeah.
It's a 45-year-old man out there.
Yeah, that was cracking me up. And then Brady tripped him after he caught the ball, or after the interception. Come on, bro.
That was so funny.
Jesus.
Dolphins looking really good.
Yeah.
That Lions-Bears game, just judging by the score, looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, just glad that the Lions won because I really like Dan Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Broncos-Titans was a snooze fest.
Well, I think any Broncos game is going to be like that.
Mm-hmm. I just can't wait till the press conference. Broncos country.
That's right.
Let's ride.
That's right.
It's so funny every time.
You ever do anything dangerous? Oh, man. I hope the Chargers lose this game tonight.
What? Why?
Because
The division.
yeah,
Ah,
Chiefs can't get
boo.
any separation.
Everybody hates the Niners, man. Come on.
The Chargers coach sucks, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, that's true. I hope he stays around for a while too. Also, the Chargers are like really beat up right now.
Yeah, I'm sure I bet they'll lose.
They're winning 13-3 right now.
I take it back. I bet they'll win.
The Niners, dude, they're so like inconsistent.
Yeah.
Fucking like
Yeah.
they play the Rams like they were playing the Super Bowl or something. But then when they play somebody else, it's like, nah, they're the Cowboys or something. Jesus.
I'm not going to stick on the Chiefs game very much, but I do want to highlight a couple of things. Isaiah Pacheco, he was their 7th round pick this year. Had a pretty decent game, 16 carries, 82 yards. And then
He's been looking pretty good all season.
he has. He's gotten more playing time as the season has gone on. Kadarius Toney looked really good today too, especially after one of the Jaguars players laid out Juju Smith-Schuster. So
Oh yeah.
like he had that defender had 2 plays like within 5 plays of each other where he like almost took out Juju and then he almost took out Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
That does remind me, though. I know it's kind of off topic, but did you guys see the face mask from the Alabama Ole Miss game?
Oh yeah, dude. That was crazy.
Guy's head came off.
Damn.
no
Yeah,
food.
I forgot about that one.
Got no jobs.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Oh my god.
Somebody used that GIF at work the other day, and I was like, "What in the world?" It was like from this lady that I would never expect to watch Dumb and Dumber. It's like, all right then.
If that's how it's gonna be,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Commanders, Eagles. Commanders, I guess Dan Snyder is probably going to sell the team finally. The Washington, D.C. Attorney General filed a lawsuit against the Commanders, the NFL, and something else this week. So
He should sell it to Dan Schneider.
it's not a better situation. I don't know. Have you guys heard of Filthy Frank?
I have heard of him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
He had like an alter ego person named Pink Guy, and he made a song about I can't remember if it was like Nickelodeon Girls or something like that, but he's like talking about how all those girls were hot one day and then they like disappeared, and he was like, Dan Schneider. I'll have to send it to you guys. It's a little wild.
Yeah.
They have references to feet in there.
Oh, I don't know. Probably so. I can't remember. There's also one he did about Dora the Explorer. Oh, it's funny too. Obviously not to be taken seriously because it was jokes, but
Sure.
anyway, Commanders Eagles tonight. Are the Commanders, or tomorrow night? Commanders going 9-0.
You mean the Eagles?
Yeah, the Eagles. That's definitely what I meant because the Commanders are terrible.
They're terrible. I'd be surprised if no, you know what? I mean, I'm not surprised anymore. The Cowboys lost. So I wouldn't be surprised.
The Eagles are an 11-point favorite right now, so
I could see the Commanders pulling off something wacky.
Yeah.
maybe so.
Commanders.
Eagles are going to have to lose eventually, right?
Nah, dude.
They have a pretty soft schedule.
They do.
That's right.
That's right.
Eagles country. Let's.
I don't know. I could see them pulling a who was it? The Patriots going undefeated in them. I don't even think they would make it. I don't know if they would even make it to the Super Bowl, because if they don't lose, like for real, if they don't lose, they're
They'll
gonna
have some tough playoff matchups.
Yeah.
Although
they have a super soft schedule, and then they're gonna meet a team that's really hungry.
They're gonna meet the new and improved Tom Brady 2-0 Buccaneers. Gonna cut the wings off.
Well, I don't know. So surely they still have to play like the Giants and the Cowboys, right?
Yeah. So next week they play at the Indianapolis Jeff Saturdays.
That's
And
not-
then the Green Bay Aaron Rodgers,
that's not that bad either.
the Titans, Giants, Bears, Cowboys, Saints, Giants.
Yeah, so I really
Oh,
think
man.
it'll be the Giants and the Cowboys matchups that'll be the toughest one.
They should be favorite in all of those.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, like it'd be on them to lose our games
yeah.
because those other teams. Maybe the Cowboys, but nah.
I don't think they'll go undefeated though.
Nah, I don't think
No.
so. 2 or 3 losses maybe.
Yeah, I say 2.
Would it be crazy if Tom Brady ends up winning the Super Bowl again
Yeah,
this year?
I would quit watching football.
They come back, they win the Super
I
Bowl,
would
then
be
he writes
done.
off. He writes off with a trophy and Lindsay Lohan.
No, he'll.
Double comeback of the year.
No, if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, he'll keep playing because he doesn't have to go back to his kids.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's literally nothing locking him down anymore. There's no kids. There's no wife. I don't think he sees his family, his parents anymore either.
He's free.
He's free, dude. He's free to play football forever. That's basically what he said. It's like, F them kids, F my wife. This is my priority.
The Madden meme still cracks me up about how his kid. That's the only way his kids get to play with their dad.
All right. I'm getting super sleepy. I've got
Yeah.
to go.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Love you.
Bye.
Whoa. That's,
Okay, rude.
That's weird.
You're supposed to say love you back. That's okay though.
Okay.
Love you.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Oh, I'll take it.
Right?
All right. See y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.